Hello everyone, we're back with another one. Today we've got Yusuke, also from Persona 5, continuing on with our Persona 5 series of Nendoroid unboxings. But before we get into that, just a couple of updates on what's going on with the Collector's Edition unboxing. So I'm sure some of you have noticed that it wasn't uploaded, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to hold off until the actual release date that Atlas had set, so I don't get hit by copyright and Atlas chasing after me. So that'll go up on the 31st of March. Also, there was a dynamic theme that came with the game, and I can't redeem that code until the actual date. It's just saying it's not available. So I'm gonna hold off until I get all of that sorted out. So it should be going up on the 31st of March at some point. Shouldn't be working that day, so I should be able to get it up fairly early. But anyway, so Yusuke came in the mail last Friday, so we're gonna unbox him before Akechi. Not sure what's gonna happen tomorrow. I reckon, so I'm recording this on Sunday. I reckon tomorrow on Monday, Joker and Makoto might show up. So I might unbox those two as well before Akechi happens as well. Also, a small update on the Ishtar unboxing, which is actually just next to me. So one of the parts was broken, so I ordered a replacement from Good Smile. They said they're sending it over. That'll take like 20 days or something. So hopefully we can go through with that soon, because I really want to get Ishtar up on my shelf because she looks pretty friggin' cool. But anyway, that's about it for updates, so look forward to all of those things. Now let's get into Yusuke, shall we? Alright, so what do we have here? So I got this, I think I got this off eBay. He was a bit more expensive. I don't know why Yusuke and like Makoto and Joker are so hard to find these days. I guess they haven't had a second run like the other ones. Also, as usual, I'm not going to show off this thing here. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus now, because apparently there was a bit of an update. It doesn't look like it's doing much. Come on, camera. Hello? Nope. It works with photos. Photos work perfect, but I guess videos, they're not there yet. Alright, let's crack them open, shall we? Oh, that's too much. Oh no, what's going on here? Okay, so you're stuck onto the box, that's why. Okay, fun. Well, I guess there's that, if you want to know what it looks like. Not that the focus is letting it happen. Instructions. Let's get the backing back into the box. Nice and neat. Come on. Alright. As for the game, I haven't actually played it as much as I thought I would have. I've kind of been playing more Animal Crossing, if anything, as well as playing Fate Grand Order addictively, because they've got that campaign going on at the moment for a quarter of the AP to do the story stuff, so I've been kind of blazing through that. I've just finished Septim, I think it was called, Rome, basically. So that was the third story bit, and I'll probably start the fourth one maybe a little later today. Oh wait, I've got assignments to do, which is always so much fun, especially in these times. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, just the usual stuff, nothing too crazy. What's the dealio with this? Oh, that's telling you what hands to use to get that pose effect. Okay, cool. Get to that a little later. Okay, so we've got... Might as well start opening these things up, because I do it anyway, like right after. Alright. We've got stand for the picture thingy. Base hook arm thing. Regular base, extra neck bit. The usual stuff. All his extra arm and hand pieces, as well as a leg. Plastic bits. Alright, let's crack this open. get to Yusuke. Don't need that. Come on. There we go. Off with his head. Ugh. And back on with his head. Come on. Don't break. Why are you struggling, Yusuke? Just, there we go. I always feel like I'm gonna snap their necks because of... I don't know why, I just put them on weirdly. They always end up going at an angle. Does anyone else have that problem, or is it just me? Alright. Straighten you out a bit. Alright, and there he is, Yusuke in all his glory. Not too shabby. Oh, whoa, hold on. So this just goes to the side. It feels like this does come off. I think it's on a ball joint by the look and feel of it. I will not mess with that, just in case. So that's his out of the box pose. Then we have the front clip for his mask with his hair. Nice. Let's see, if I put my hand here like every other video, will it focus? Nope, not at all. I don't know why. Wait, hold on. Autofocus lock. Maybe now? Let's try this. It's just autofocus locking. Why? Why don't you just do it normally, phone? Come on. It's thinking about it, but it's not doing it, which is annoying. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. Alright, then we have his face for when he's shooting people up. Looks super evil. And we have a content Yusuke face with his eyes closed. I bet this could be used with quite a few other figures. Alright, and then we got some arm bit, shoulder bit, hand, I mean. His katana sheath, and his, what was this, AK? I guess it looks like an AK. I thought he had a, like, kind of a musket, but oh well, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Anyway, that's about it for what's in the box. Let's get into some poses. Alright, here's our first pose for Yusuke. He's not got his mask on, and he's just holding his sword and kind of looking like he's walking forward, I guess. Gotta say, I'm not too big of a fan of this faceplate in general. Like, it kind of looks a bit boring. Like, Yusuke does have a bit of a kind of plain look to his face usually, but this, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't bring out his more eccentric side too much. I think I prefer the other faces just because it's not super generic looking. But I guess Yusuke's character sort of like this at times, but I think I'll stick to some of the other poses. So yeah, not too much to say on that pose, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, next pose is a lot more interesting. Yusuke is taking off his mask, he's got his eyes closed. I think, for me personally, I think it's gotta be the faceplates that sell the figure the most. If the faceplates are just kind of plain and boring, like what's the point? You kind of need very expressive stuff to sell these models and make the poses more believable that is the character. Oh no, he's gonna poke the box. Let's move that back. So I think this face plate with his eyes closed and his mouth just it's tilted ever so slightly that it's smiling. You can't tell from a distance, but you can sort of tell up close that he's smiling just a little bit. Plus he's got the mask in hand as well as the sword. The tail kind of goes outwards as well as the position of his feet. Obviously way more interesting than the first pose. Like why is that even a pose? Like, look at this in comparison to the last one. This is a lot better. Also, the sword does actually split into 3 parts. So the hilt is 1 part. Then this middle part here is the 2nd part over there. And then this is the 3rd part. So you can kind of arrange it that it looks like from here to there is coming out of the sword just before that golden bit is coming out of the hilt, sorry. But yeah, very nice pose, quite like it. I'm kind of debating on if I want to stick with their all-out attack poses for all of them, just because Yusuke's all-out attack pose is okay. It's not the best, but his other pose is pretty cool looking. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, I will think about it, and whichever one we do next is not the one I'll use him as. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so this pose totally slipped my mind. There's actually 2 more after this. So we'll get into which pose I decided to end up doing a little later. But yeah, this is another gun pose. Honestly, I find the gun poses just too difficult. Like, I can never get it to look perfect. And even now, I don't think this is right, because like on the box, his gun is going like that. And his gun is now going like this. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I couldn't figure it out, so we're just gonna display him sort of like this. Also, he's kind of leaning the whole stand forward now. Honestly, I'm not too big of a fan of the gun poses, just because I can't do them right. They just look kind of weird to me, honestly. But hey, whatever. I'm not going to display them like that, so we'll figure something else out for what I will do. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Alright, here is his all-out attack pose. I can't actually remember what he was doing in the thing. I don't know, maybe he's adjusting his gloves kind of like Joker does, or else he's just kind of looking eccentric, artistic. I don't know what you'd call this, other than not fantastically exciting. Sorry, Yusuke. Yeah, I think this pose is just kind of okay. Like in the picture for his all-out attack, this arm is more kind of over here, but due to the fact that this is a figure and can't really move his arms as well as he'd like to, his arm kind of just goes there. So I mean, it's okay, but I think the next pose is definitely what I'm gonna keep it as. So we're gonna break the tradition of having everyone do their all-out attack pose, and I'm just gonna go with whatever's coolest. Morgana, Han, and Ryuji can stay like that just because they look fine. Ryuji's got his arms doing the like we were Rocky thing. Han's got a peace sign and Morgana's in his chair swiveling around. But I think we're gonna switch it up for Yusuke. Hey look, the focus actually worked for once. Thank you, phone. But yes, let's move on to the final pose for Yusuke. Alright, here is our last pose for Yusuke. It is definitely my favorite. This is what I'm going to display him as, even though it's not his all-out attack. But, oh gosh, good gosh, it does look pretty freaking cool, if I do say so myself. Alright, let's get a nice little zoom, shall we? Hey, focused again. Okay, so we've got Yusuke kind of walking forward. This one uses the bent leg over here, and he's got his sword which he's pulling out of its sheath. He's got his tail off to the side a little bit, he's got his mask on, and it just kind of looks like pretty menacing, like he's coming straight for you. It's a pretty cool pose if I do say so myself. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Yusuke. He might not match with the others, but I'm gonna change them as I please now. So I guess going forward with Akechi and Joker and Makoto, Futaba, and Haru when they eventually get here as well, I'll probably do whichever pose looks coolest. Plus Futaba doesn't have an all-out attack pose because it's before the Royal came out. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this figure. Again, the gun poses, like with all of them, are pretty difficult, pain in an ass, not worth it, honestly. So skip over that. If you want the gun pose, and you plan on buying it for that pose specifically, just be a bit wary that it is quite hard to put together. So buyer's discretion. But yeah, so that's it for Yusuke. I'm gonna go record the Akechi video now. It might not go up straight after Yusuke. It'll depend on who shows up on Monday, if anyone, or else he will show up after Yusuke. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more Persona 5 Nendoroid content and Nendoroid content in general. And we should have that P5, the Royal Phantom Thieves Edition, up soon. So look forward to that. Anyway, that's going to do it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, bye!